Yeboah to take over. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen.
Hi.
I welcome you all to the InfoSource C Coding Bootcamp. My name is Darlington Fadams, aka Professor. The reason why I was holding this virtual reality class is because of how this class is going to go. I'm so excited the day has come and it's going to be a wonderful experience. I believe you can all hear me.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
I have a friend, anytime he's excited, he will scream and say, "Let's go." This morning, I am so excited and I say, "Let's code." And so I'm going to say InfoSource and I want you to say, "Let's code." InfoSource.
Let's code.
Let's code. One more time. InfoSource.
Let's code.
Cool.
And for the last time, InfoSource.
Let's code.
All right. I can hear from all of you, and I know you are excited and ready to join this class. Again, the reason why I was holding the virtual reality class is because of this class. This class is a reality. Today, the program has started, and even though it is virtual, it is real. Even though we are going to be learning online, you are going to get real experience in computer programming. Yes, in this class, we are not going to do theory. I'm sure all the theories, you've done that already in the university. Things like program development cycle, flowcharts, naming conventions, and what have you. You've done all of those in the university. In this class, everything is practical. Everything we are going to do is purely practical. I hope you are with me. We are not going to be doing all the theories. All right. In 2006, I was working in TV3 as the main web designer and programmer for TV3. And so I've been working in real companies. After that, I started my own company in 2008, and I've been working for so many companies. I've worked for hundreds and hundreds of companies, and we've done real programming. We've done practical. So in this particular class, I'm bringing all the practical experience to you. Later, I went to work in multimedia group, and I was the main designer of myjoyonline.com. I believe you all know MyJoy Online. I was the main designer and programmer of MyJoy Online. And so I've been doing practical programming for so many years. I know most of you are so excited to join your university and to study IT, thinking you are going to do programming and come out as the best computer programmer. But I can promise you that in the university, everything you are going to do is going to be theory. You are going to be reading books. But the real world experience, you are not going to get it. Maybe you'll get about 1% if you are lucky. Yes, and so sometimes you need a coding bootcamp. And right here, right now, this is a coding bootcamp. And this bootcamp is going to be the best you have ever seen. Everything is going to be real. We are going to do real coding, hands-on coding, serious, build real-world applications, and you are going to enjoy it. You can see that I'm sitting in an IT lab, and I've been working here as a lecturer for the past 7 years. I teach IT, programming, IT, web design, networking, and all that. And so I'm bringing you practical experience, and I hope you are ready for it. Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So
Yes, we are ready.
enough of the plenty talking. Let me log on to my second PC and just demonstrate some simple code for you to see. Everything is going to be practical, and I want us to see how coding is. Someone has joined the coding bootcamp but does not know what coding is. Someone has never experienced coding before. Let me share my screen here, and I'm going to show you something simple. I'm going to write a simple code. I believe you can all see my screen. Can you all see it?
Yes.
Yes, we can. All right. So over here, I'm going to open to this program right here. And who can tell me the name of this program? Who can tell me the name of this program? I just want to be sure you can see.
Which one of them are you referring to?
Okay, this one. What I'm bringing on. Mouse is
Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio Code.
Yeah. All right. So this is what we are going to use for the next few weeks. So the next few weeks we are going to use Visual Studio Code, and so everyone will have to install Visual Studio Code. So this is Visual Studio Code, and this is where we are going to write our code. Once we write our code here, we are going to have the code do wonders and build applications, software. So all we are talking about in this bootcamp is that we are going to make software. That's what we are going to do. Now, thinking of what I should demonstrate today, I just had a funny idea to create a virus. So I'm going to create a computer virus for you to see how it will work. So Visual Studio Code, I'll click on File, and I'll select New File, and select a language. And over here, I'm hovering over a language. If you can see this language, can you see here?
C++.
C++, excellent. So I'm going to click on C++, and over here, I'm going to put in my code. Before I do, let me save it. I'll go to File and Save. And I'm going to save it right here. Let me create a folder and call this folder Virus. Open to the folder and name my file. I'll call this virus.cpp. Now, CPP is not a political party. CPP means C++. All right, so I click Save, and the file is saved. Now I'm going to write a C++ code that will cause some harm to my computer. So I'll just start right here and say include IOStream, and I'm going to include breaks.h, and using namespace std and int main. So I'm just writing C++ right now, and let me return 0. And over here, I'm going to create a variable. Let me call this variable I. It's equal to 0, and create a simple while loop and say while it is true. If it is true, what should happen? If it is true, let's create another variable and say const char path equals to C virus and say plus I, and let's make that path, and let me create a C out and say that your computer is infected. Attack I has been launched. Okay, and I'll end L. This is a simple code, but this code is going to cause some harm. So let me save it. And when it comes to programming, you need to understand that we have a coding environment and a testing environment. You also need to understand that any language you write your code in, you need to compile. So the installation we asked you to do, you need to have a compiler to be able to do the installation Well, so this is a simple code. I'm going to compile this code, and it is going to create an application. Just this code is going to create an application. Let me take you to the folder where the ham is going to show. So I'm taking you to this folder. Over here, we can see this file here, this folder here called virus. And you can see that there's only one CPP file in here. Now, before the application will be created, I need to run this particular code. So I'm going back to Visual Studio Code, and I'm going to run the code. So to run the code, I'll come right here, and I will click on Run. And you can see that immediately I run, you can see that in the terminal right here, we are going to see the results of the code. So it is loading, and you can see that some attacks are going on right now. Let me halt it and see what happened. Let me go back. All right. And over here, you can see that I need to add something simple here. Let me increment I so that we will see everything very well. All right, so let me run it again, and you can see that it's going to run the attack, and it's going to tell you attack 1, attack 2, attack 3. Computer is infected. So right now it is infecting my computer now. When I come here, I'm going to see that something is happening. Look inside this folder. Because of what I'm running, look at what is happening. Something serious is going on. Let me terminate it, because over here you will not enjoy the experience very well. So I'm going to terminate my code and come back here, and already look at what has happened here. Okay, so let me clear all these viruses myself, and after doing that, I will show you the real thing. Over here, you can see that an application has been created, and this application is executable. So you can see that it has extension .exe. All right, so this exe is an application right now. So I'm going to run this application. This is a virus. Usually, a virus is an application on your machine, and you are tricked into triggering the virus by mistake. So let's say I'm tricked and I trigger this virus. Watch this. It's going to launch several attacks and see what is happening. Now we are not in Visual Studio Code. Now we are seeing the application. A lot of infections are going on, and you can see that it is already doing something to my machine. So many things are happening right now, and right here you can see it live, what computer code is doing. Now, what is computer code? Computer code is simply instructions that instructs your computer to do something. So you can create a mal instruction or a malware and it to do something bad. You can write good instructions and it to do something good. And so look at what is happening right here. A whole lot is going on. Now, all of the attacks I'm seeing here, if I don't end it, it can run to the point of consuming all my CPU processing ability and even crash my PC. What is going on right now? I want to halt it because this is dangerous. It can crash my PC right now. All right, not too dangerous anyway, because I won't do anything to spoil my own computer. All right, now I want to create an antivirus, and I want the antivirus to wipe all the viruses you see over here. Should we create an antivirus?
Sure.
Okay, so I'm going to go back to Visual Studio Code, and I'll go to File again, and New, and select a language again, and C++. So I'm creating another application. Let me save this application, and come here and call this antivirus.cpp. All right, so now that it is saved, let me write the instructions. So I'll just include my IO stream again, and I will include my C string, and I will include CST library, and using namespace std int main, and of course we return this to 0. And watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a variable here, a string variable. I'll just call it file, and I say this file is virus, and I'm going to create another variable here called a string variable called a, and say this a should do some magic here, and I'm going to instruct my system to a.c string, and whoa, my antivirus is ready. Let me create a C out here and say that infections removed. Your computer is protected. All right, so let me end out here. Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir, but it's also clear.
It's okay. Did you say it is not clear?
Yeah.
Yes, sir, but maybe because I'm using a phone.
Okay, that is very clear.
But the rest of you, is it very clear?
Yeah, it's very clear.
Yeah.
Very clear.
All right. All right,
Yeah, it's
so
clear.
now watch this. I've created an antivirus. What is going to happen is this. All these are viruses, and I'm going to execute my antivirus. And right before your eyes, look at what is going to happen here. I'm going here, and I'm going to run this antivirus, and I'm going to minimize this, and just watch here. If my code is right, please, can you see what is happening? I don't know if you can see. It is healing my machine, and boom, everything is gone. Even the virus files are gone, and we just the antivirus left. So look at what computer programming is and what it can do. This is real. What is happening here is live. This is not video editing. This is not something you are watching somewhere. This is live right now. And we are going to give you a live experience in programming, and we want you to take advantage of this opportunity and become a programmer. So I'm going to share my screen, my main screen here, and take you through my PowerPoint presentation just to introduce the program. And from tomorrow, we will start with our first lesson. You don't want to miss tomorrow's lesson, because tomorrow I'm going to show you some of the real world applications we are going to be building. And so in this class, it's going to be something else. So let me just share my screen here, and I believe you can see my slides.
Yes.
Yes, we can.
All right. So I welcome you to the InfoSource C Coding Bootcamp. And in this bootcamp, we are going to experience real computer programming, build real applications, give you a real experience, and impact real programming skills into you. Programming is all about learning how to make software. So that is what this class is about. So let me take you through this. I think it is loading. All right. Did you know that programmers are the rising stars of the tech world? IT professionals are the rising stars of the world. And more specifically, those with programming skills or programmers are the main rising stars of the tech world. Coding employment is projected to grow 21% by 2028, which is faster than the average projected rate of growth for all other occupations. While coding and programming have been valuable skills for some time, the pandemic accelerated digitalization projects for businesses, making the need to recruit tech talent far more pressing. What is the worth of a C++ developer? If you learn C++, what are you going to be worth? C++ is one of the most widely used programming languages. C++ developers or programmers are in high demand in the job market and have some of the highest paying jobs in the tech industry. According to ZipRecruiter, C++ developers have an average salary of $103,704 a year. An excellent programmer can earn even more than this if they know advanced C++ concepts. And so once you study C++, and in this bootcamp we are studying C++ for real from beginning to the end of C++, this is going to be your worth. One day the opportunity will just come for you to work in a real company, in a serious company, and this is your worth, a year. One day an opportunity is going to come for you to travel overseas, and this is your worth if you know C++. And so C++ is really doing amazing. Even though it has been around for some years, it is still one of the most powerful programming languages that a computer professional, an IT professional should learn. Now, what is a coding bootcamp? Coding bootcamps are intensive, short duration courses that are designed to give students the knowledge and experience they need to begin careers as programmers. That is what coding bootcamps are. I have a link here. I want to click on it, and it is going to take us to a certain website. And this website is a US site. It's called Dev Mountain. You can check on it. And over here, they tell us about coding bootcamps and university education. So they just compare coding bootcamps with university education, and it says that even as demand for computer programmers increases, the number of US college students who pursue science degrees is only 2.5%. This isn't a lot, and it certainly isn't a lot considering that this number has remained virtually unchanged since the early 80s. Computer skills are in high demand, and those who have them, specifically those with programming skills, will find that their career prospects are nearly boundless. That said, many prospective programmers are turned off by the large amounts of time and money that go into getting a college education, and eventually ask, can you get a programming job without a degree? The good news is that college isn't the only path to programming success. Coding bootcamps offer another possibility. Coding bootcamps are intensive, short duration courses that are designed to give students the knowledge and experience they need to begin careers as programmers. So you can see that this line, I picked it from this website. Now let me show you a chart over here that compares coding bootcamps to university education. In coding bootcamps, about costs, the average tuition for coding bootcamps is $11,000. This is how much coding bootcamps cost. The average is $11,000, $11,400. It can be a little bit higher than this or a little bit lower than this, but this is the average cost for a coding bootcamp. In the US, university education costs $20,000 a year for in-state students and $34,000 for out-of-state students. Let's look at the duration of coding bootcamps. Coding bootcamps take 14.1 weeks. That is the duration for coding bootcamps. University education take several years. Job placement. 75% of employers think bootcamp graduates are just as prepared to begin to be high performers as those who hold college degrees. So you can see here that coding bootcamps take 14 weeks to complete, and this bootcamp right here is a full bootcamp, a real bootcamp, a 14-week bootcamp, an intensive training that is going to give you the programming skills and prepare you for your career in computer programming. You can see the cost of bootcamps. Let me tell you, you can do your research, find out how much coding bootcamps cost. The first time I saw this, I was surprised. I actually heard this on YouTube, that someone attended a bootcamp and she was giving her experience of bootcamps, and she gave the cost of bootcamps. You can do your research and find out. $11,000 for a 14-week bootcamp. Our bootcamp is not going to cost $11,000. This particular batch, we have just decided to give it out almost for free, because you are paying less than $2 a week. And the first week, we are even giving it out for free. So we want you to try this class for 7 days. For 1 week. After 1 week, you yourself will see what you are here for and how this class is going to be. And you'll be paying for the 13 weeks. And we are charging just less than $2, 10 Ghana cedis if you're in Ghana, a week. So the 13 weeks is going to be 130 Ghana cedis. I've never done any training. I've never organized any training that I have charged 130 cedis before. When we started initially, our charge was higher, but we realized that most of you are students, and we just want to run this first batch almost for free. So we discounted it to 10 cedis. And even those who will make full payment for the 13 weeks, we have discounts for them as well. So this is going to be amazing. It's going to be a wonderful experience. You are going to enjoy a full bootcamp with InfoSource, a 14-week bootcamp, 7-day free trial, and a world-class coding bootcamp with us. This is going to be wonderful. Bootcamp is a 14-week intensive programming course designed for beginners with no coding experience, as well as intermediate programmers, to give them hands-on coding experience and the knowledge they need to begin successful careers as programmers. In this bootcamp, we are going to run our season 1, a 14-week bootcamp on C++. So we are going to teach C++ for 14 weeks. After C++, we will certify all the graduates, and we will take a short break, and we will launch our season 2. Season 2 is going to be Java. We are going to learn Java, serious Java. We are going to add Android mobile development under season 2. And after that, we are going to launch season 3 and learn Python. With this bootcamp, your life will never be the same again. I can promise you that after this bootcamp, you will always look back and say that this is where I learned programming. Years from now, you look back and say that this bootcamp by InfoSource is where I got my programming skills. 10 years from now, you will know that without this bootcamp, you wouldn't be where you are in 10 years, in the future. All right, so what will you achieve after this course? This particular C++ coding bootcamp for the next 14 weeks. After you learn this fully, this is going to be your worth. You are going to be worth 6 figures. That is going to be your worth. When the opportunity comes for you to work in a real company, this is your worth. When opportunity comes for you to join an international company or travel overseas, this is how much you are worth after the knowledge you are going to receive in this coding bootcamp. You are going to understand programming concepts. And one thing about programming is that after learning one language, you understand programming. And it will make learning other languages so easy. If you want to learn another language, it will not take any time. It won't be difficult because you understand programming concepts. So that is what this is going to do for you. You are going to be able to understand C++ code. You are going to be able to look at people's codes, open source codes that are receiving international collaborations. You are going to be able to go through and understand them. In your school, when you are having programming lessons and examinations, you understand what is going on. One thing about programming is that if you don't understand, even when you read the books, they will not make sense to you. So in the university, I can promise you are going to do a lot of reading. And the sad part of it is that because you don't have any experience in programming, all that you are going to read is not going to make sense to you, and you are going to feel like, what am I doing here? Yes, so in this class, we are going to give you what you will not get in the university, what you will not get from the theories. We are going to give you the practical experience, and that will help become a programmer. So even if you've never done programming before, you'll be able to write your own code, understand C++, read and write your own code. You are going to understand OOP, object-oriented programming. You are going to be able to create real-world applications in C++. You are going to be able to develop application software, and you are going to get certified. After this course, you are going to be certified, and you'll be able to get a job with your knowledge. Most C++ jobs will only require your experience and your portfolio, what you have done before, and the experience you have. Most of the time, that is what they look at. And so over here, you are going to be certified as well. You are going to have the knowledge. You are not just going to go through school and complete without knowing anything. Just yesterday, a level 300 student from one of our universities was telling me that we have been through the school, everything is just online and everything is theory. He said, I don't know anything. Up to now, I don't know anything. I'm about to complete school and I've not learned anything. I can promise you before God that this is what I heard yesterday. But you are going to learn the real programming, get better opportunities after this, and your life will never be the same. After this call, we are going to be some. I'll be ending my presentation here, and we'll be taking some feedback from you. And the last thing for us to do is to make sure we have the tools we need for the bootcamp. Tomorrow, our very first lesson is going to kick off, and you need to have at least Visual Studio Code installed together with the main GW compiler. So you can see that Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio comes with a compiler called main GW compiler. So you follow these two links, and these two links are videos that I made myself. So if you have watched them, you hear my voice and you know that I made a video. And when you click on the link and you are learning, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel. And on my YouTube channel, you are going to get a lot of lessons in IT. So you can browse my channel and enjoy any lesson over there. If you want to learn Excel, Word, any IT you want to learn, you can find them on my channel. If you have done the installation already and you didn't subscribe to my channel, click on the link again. These two links under Visual Studio, and make sure you subscribe. And
you want the link in the WhatsApp groups?
Yes, it's the same link in the WhatsApp groups. The same link in the WhatsApp group. So you follow that. And also, we want code blocks. Very soon we are going to be using code blocks as well. And in the course of the training, we will be introducing other applications, because these applications here are there to teach you the language. And after that, we will use them to build graphical applications. So in the beginning, you'll see that most of our applications are going to be command-based applications. But with time, we are going to build graphical applications. Did you know that VLC Media Player was made in C++? So we are going to create real programs like that. Photoshop was developed in C++. Adobe Photoshop is a pure C++ program. All right, so with time, we are going to be introducing other applications for you to install. And also, if you don't have a laptop, you are going to miss out on a lot of things, but then at least you can test some of your code. So we want you to download CSS Droid from the Play Store, Google Play Store, for your Android. And we also have another one called CPP Code for iPhones. So these are the applications we want you to install and get ready for tomorrow's class. Tomorrow, lesson 1 is going to begin. On Friday, we'll be wrapping up week 1. Next Sunday, we'll be starting week 2. And within the course of this week, you can do your registration, because those who register early have a lot of opportunities and advantages. And those who pay for the 13 weeks, for some of you, I don't think you want to be paying 10 CDs every week, 10 CDs every week. 13 weeks is just 130. I've never organized a class and charged 130 before. Yes, so in this class, you are going to really enjoy a lot. I know what is going to happen because I have done this magic before. I've done it before and it was amazing. And so I know what is going to happen. And so if you're excited, if you want to begin your programming career, this is the right place. This is the right time for you to do programming. You should have learned programming so many years ago, but you have procrastinated and you have not also gotten the opportunity. Today, you have the opportunity. Don't procrastinate. Work with us. Join us. 4 a.m. That's our class. Because 4 a.m., like I posted in the WhatsApp group, is a magical time to learn coding. If you want to know coding and understand it, wake up at 4 a.m. and learn it. And also write code every single day. This time we have selected, very soon you'll realize that this is the best time for you. After that, you can continue with the rest of your day, and your day is going to be amazing. So get used to this time, join with us every day, and your life is never going to be the same. So I want to thank you and hand over the presentation to Mr. Peddy, and we'll take it from there. So, Brother Peddy, please.
All right. Thank you so much, Professor. So we've heard from the man of the season, ourselves, and I know some of us are very itchy to have the next lecture from him tomorrow. Some of us have encountered him, some this is the first time, and just writing the virus and antivirus have wowed some of us. And so just get ready for more surprises. At this point, we want to receive a few questions, and I mean some Q&A session. So if you have a question, please just raise your hand using the reaction icon there, and then you'll be called to ask your question. Okay, so I see your first hand there. I see Isaac Obane. So Isaac, can you please go ahead and ask a question here?
Yeah. Please, I have two questions. First of all, I want to know how many hours are we going to use every day? And two, actually, I am not using computer, I'm using a phone. So does it mean that if you don't have a computer, it means you cannot learn because you might not see clear as it might be on a screen? So these are my two questions. So can I do it on phone or have to secure a computer?
Okay, thank you for the question. Let's have a second question before we allow Professor to answer them. Okay, so Brother Solomon, let's have you.
Yes, sir. Good morning, sir, and thank you for having me. So my question is, I am from a different discipline. Okay, so I am purely accounting person. And now I want to go into programming. I heard Professor say that we are not going to deal with the theory and stuff. So how will I be able to cope if I don't know the theory? That's my question.
Okay, so Prof, let's have the two questions answered.
Right, so I'll take the last one first. All right, so don't get me wrong. When I say university, you learn theory. Whatever we need.
Excuse me, I'm saying that from some of us we are coming from other areas and we don't know the theory at all. So
Yeah, so
and
what
you said that we are not going to do we are not going to do the theory. We are going to do pure practical. So I'm asking, for those of us who doesn't know the theory already, how will we be able to cooperate?
Like I'm saying, we are going to teach you the coding itself. Okay. Any concept that needs explanation, we are going to for you to understand. Any theory that any explanation, asking we are not going to take that, or well, I want to give you better understanding. So the way we are going to do our teaching, even if you've never done programming before, you are going to understand and you are going to see the work being done. Okay, so it's just like someone learning as an apprentice. You see the work being done for real. You are part of it. You see it. You get hands-on experience. You tend to understand it better than someone who only read. Yeah. So all the materials are there. If you want us to share all the materials with you, we will share them. But in this class, we are going to learn the real coding. I know it is important because this is what we are lacking. Yes, so this is what we are lacking. I know how the school system works and all that. So we are going to do the real coding. All right. And the question about the phone, I wish that you get a laptop or a desktop. It will really help you. But if there is nothing you can do about it, you can still write all your code on the phone. You are not going to get all the experience you will get or you are supposed to get, but you will be able to at least test out your code. So that is what will happen. But then if you can work on it, we have 14 weeks. If you can work hard and get a laptop, I think it will be best for you. Desktops are cheaper. You can get a desktop and install. My second PC here is a desktop, so the desktop will work. And also, we are going to spend just 1 hour a day. So we start on time, 4 o'clock on the dot, and we are ending at 5 a.m. So 5 o'clock a.m., we'll be ending the class. So it's just 1 hour. We don't want to eat into your day. So after 5, you can continue with the rest of your day. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Prof. So, Brother Solomon, let's have a question.
No. I think I've asked the question already. I don't know why my hand is still up.
Hello. Hello.
We can hear you. Please go on.
Okay, thank you. My name is Isaac Frank Agidi. Mine is not a question, but then an appreciation from Prof. I am a postgraduate student, computer science from the University of Ghana currently, and I'm very excited to be part of this program. And I believe some of my students are also listening to me, and they are on this program. I just want us to take this program very seriously, be committed to it. Like Prof said, 1 hour tuition is enough, and it's all about commitment. When we commit ourselves to this, we'll become a very, very great programmer. For some time at the university, we did not have this. Of course, we learned concept, theory, and so on and so forth. And my brother, who is having an accounting background, like Prof said, I can also attest to the fact that he shouldn't be afraid, and he will appreciate it so much. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you so much. We're so grateful for this addition. And so again, we could tell that you are not at the wrong place. You are just at the right place, and you're blessed to be here. Our time is almost up. We want to be very time conscious. We say 4 to 5 is 4 to 5. And so some of the questions, we'll be grateful if we push them to our chat so we can address them as well. But let me take a final one from Adamu Kasim. Let's have you, please.
Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, mine is not a question per se, but it's a suggestion and appeal to colleagues. Just as a colleague said first, some of us are new to this program, and then some these are our standards. When we are in class, we expect that we all want to flow with the lecturer. So those that are they know better or more than us should allow for a free flow of information, or they should allow that everybody would pick it from the scratch and then move according to the lecturer. That is what I want to appeal from colleagues. Thank you very much.
Thank you. To welcome. We can promise that the program will be controlled very well, and everybody would benefit from it. I think I can just take. Let me take Brother Ezekiel very fast. Brother Ezekiel, can you please go ahead?
Hello. Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead, Brother Ezekiel.
My question is not a question, it's just appealing. I'm appealing to the professor for the slow pace as a beginner coding. So I'm appealing that when tomorrow lesson, the professor should be in a slow pace, a little slow pace for us so that we can code with.
Well noted. Professor is always concerned about students, and he's a pupil-centered or a student-centered lecturer. So he's not going to just come and rattle and then we are gone. He will make sure we are all on the same page. At certain points, he would even ask that you share your own page for you to see what you are coding. So don't worry at all. All that will be taken care of. Thank you very much. Okay, Brother Emmanuel, let's have you as the final person, Emmanuel Annan.
We are happy about what is that actually me I've been traveling to some places to spend maybe how is it going to help me? I mean, without missing lectures.
Okay, Mr. Emmanuel Annan, if I heard you clearly, I think you said something like you've been traveling and so you want to know how it would affect you that you miss lectures.
Yeah, sometimes I've been going to some places without lecture. I suggest maybe video or something can even pop up so that I can try to download it maybe later.
Oh, okay, I get you. So I'm going to give an announcement now, and your question will be answered in that. So just give us a few seconds, and then I would answer that question. All right. So I think we're done with the question session.
Prof.
And,
Hello. Hello.
Please, who is trying to speak? Can you please raise your hand and let me see you?
Prof, my name is Mohamed Awa.
Okay, one. Please go ahead very quickly.
Prof, mine is about the time. Can't we add some 30 minutes or an hour to the time given? At least you should start from 3 to 5 or 3:30 to 5. Mine is about the time. If you can adjust the time. I was looking at the 1 hour. Individual differences. Some of us, we are not very good when it comes to catching up with what the lecturers take us through. So if you can adjust the time at least on 1 hour 30 minutes or on 2 hours, it's just a suggestion I'm giving.
Okay, thank you so much, brother. Your suggestion is well noted. We'll look into it and then we'll get back to you. Thank you very much. Please mute for me so that we don't have a feedback. Okay. All right. So all too soon, today's session is almost ending, and today is just the introductory session to tell you about what you should know and what you should be expecting. And I want to believe that you have high expectations, and indeed your expectations will not be cut short. And so, by way of announcement, let's take these few announcements. We'll still post them on our WhatsApp platforms anyway, but let's receive them live here at once. Now, so this is a 14-week program with the first week being free. So this very week is free. Tuition for each week will be from Sunday to Friday, like we're starting today, it ends on Friday, from 4 a.m. to 5 a.m. as of now. Then when we consider Brother Awal's petition, and then we'll look at that as well. A prepaid system of payment will be employed. It's 10 Ghana cedis per week. However, a one-time payment of 100 Ghana cedis instead of 130 could be made for the remaining 13 weeks. So if you're going to be paying weekly, you'll be doing 130 Ghana cedis. But if you decide to do a one-time payment, then it's a discount. So you'll be paying 100 Ghana cedis, and that's a very cool one. We'll be using MTN and Vodafone Momo for our payment. And when you do payments, you want to reference it, your full name, the name you've used to register on the Microsoft Teams. So we're going to have your full name, and then you indicate the week. If we are doing week 3, you say week 3. We are doing week 3 to week 2 to week 13 or week 14. That is the full session. You indicate that as well, so we take note of it. Also, students who make payments after the first week will be migrated to our tech support Telegram page. And so this is the week is free for this week. So from the second week, we'll migrate into Telegram, where we'll have a full tech support and all of that. Now, slides of each session will be shared after the session on our WhatsApp or Telegram pages. So the slides are free right after the session. We'll be sharing them on the page. Recordings of each session will be made available upon request, but for a fee of just 5 Ghana cedi per session, or you do a 20 Ghana cedis payment for all 6 sessions in a week. So we're doing Sunday to Friday, that will be 6 days. So we pay 20 cedis upfront. It means that for the whole week, you have access to all our recordings. But if you decide that, okay, I'll be doing the 5 cedis per session. And so for the person who asked about the recording, so when you are out of network, we don't want to encourage, after participation, be live and see what is happening. However, because of some challenges that we cannot control as human beings sometimes, we might have to do the recording. So upon request, we'll be able to feed you with the recording, but at a fee of 5 cedis per session or 20 Ghana cedis for the week. The final announcement will be that certificates will be awarded for each programming language at a cost of 100 Ghana cedis, and there will be an official graduation ceremony after all 3 programming languages. And so we are not joking. This is a serious business, and with the certifications as well, certificates as well being awarded, they will help you to enter into some spaces, because Agape Institute, and per the brief background you've heard of our lecturer, you could tell that he has the records, and that will be equally impacted, and this will help us. And so by way of announcement, this few things is what we want you to know. The numbers for registration, we'll be putting them on the platform, so you can take note of that. The name for the 2 numbers would be Susanna or Sabia, And so please take note, and then you don't go send money to any other number or any wrong person. All right, so on this beautiful note, today's session has been successful, and we want to say it's been good having you here. Today we recorded, currently we have about 45 people in attendance. We're expecting more than this number, because those who have shown interest are way more than this. So be the ambassador for this program. If you find a good thing, you don't want to keep it to yourself, you want to share with other people. So our flyers are on the WhatsApp page. Make sure you are an ambassador of this program. You are sharing on every platform you can get, even platforms that are restricted from sharing other things. Please share it and say you are sorry. Just share, say you are sorry. That will be it. Let's make sure everybody's on. Share the link, and let's enjoy the free week. And I'm sure that before we get to even tomorrow, you are doing a full payment to have a full session. And so thank you very much. Professor, thank you so much. Administration, thank you so much for everything. And so right about now, thank God it's Sunday. Those of us who will be going to church, you could prepare from now and get to church. Thank you, and we are signing out. Professor, before we sign out, is there anything you want to share again? Professor.
All right. I want to say a very big thank you to all of you. Like I said, really inform, share our updates, experience what is happening here. After this program, your life will never be the same again. And I want to say that God bless you and keep you. All right. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. And then it's a bye from us.